Meet the characters from the House of Dragon series. The House of Dragon is based on George R.R. Martin's novel Fire and Blood. The House of the Dragons is set 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones took place. The series focuses on the barbaric and brutal Targaryen civil war, which is known as the Dance of the Dragons. The name Dance of the Dragons fits really well because, well, this war involves dragons. For some people, including me, the family tree of the Targaryen family is more puzzling than the Rubik's Cube. Watch this video till the end to get to know the main characters of the series so that you don't get confused over who is what to whom, what they want, and what their role is in the story. Spoiler alert, as interesting as this video is, it contains some spoilers, so we tried to keep the spoilers to a minimum, but some things will need to be revealed to explain the characters. PADDY CONSIDINE as King Viserys Targaryen. Viserys is the kind and peace-loving king of Westeros. He's the type of king who would try to avoid conflict of any kind. Viserys succeeded his grandfather, King Jaehaerys, and he is now at the age where he needs to choose his successor. Viserys and his first beloved wife, Aemma Arryn, only had one loving child. They had a daughter named Rhaenyra. Viserys had a wild and malicious brother named Daemon. In order to prevent his closest male relative from inheriting the throne, Viserys breaks the tradition of male preference primogeniture by naming his daughter Heir. Viserys marries again after Aemma's death and had 3 healthy sons with his new wife. However, he refused to remove Rhaenyra as the first in line of succession. The quarrel between Rhaenyra and her younger brother Aegon triggers the brutal Targaryen civil war. Emma D'Arcy as Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen. Rhaenyra Targaryen is a key character in the House of Dragon. As I mentioned, she is Viserys' heir, and Rhaenyra is described in the novels as stubborn, proud, and quick to anger. Rhaenyra spent most of her childhood gearing up to succeed her father. Even after her father remarried and had 3 other sons, she retained her position as their heir. She was named Princess of the Dragonstone at age 16. After that, she married Laenor Velaryon and had 3 sons with him. However, the fans would already know, most marriages in Westeros, this one was for tactical and political gain. After Laenor was killed, Rhaenyra married her uncle, Daemon Targaryen. Daemon supported Rhaenyra's claim to the throne. This started the Targaryen Civil War, which divided Westeros into 2 factions: the Greens, people who supported Aegon, and the Blacks, those who supported Rhaenyra. Matt Smith as Daemon Targaryen. Daemon is King Viserys' younger brother and a renowned warrior. Despite being unpredictable, ambitious, and bad-tempered, he manages to maintain popularity and friendships in high places due to his military achievements. One nobleman he fails to persuade is Otto Hightower, who believes Daemon to be a cruel and tyrannical ruler if he were to inherit the throne. Otto persuades Viserys to name his only living child, Rhaenyra, heir to the throne, thereby pushing Daemon further down the line of succession. Daemon eventually gains the upper hand by winning over his niece and giving her favor, thus avoiding Otto and Viserys entirely. In the Targaryen Civil War, Daemon becomes one of Rhaenyra's closest allies. RHYS IFANS as Otto Hightower. If you're wondering how he's able to convince the king to name his only living child, his daughter Rhaenyra, heir to the throne, it's because Otto Hightower is the hand of the king. He's a political schemer and a fierce rival to the king's brother, Prince Daemon Targaryen. He considers Daemon's potential claim to the throne to be one of the most serious threats to the realm's security. He's also the father of the king's second wife, Alicent Hightower. Even though Otto suggested making Rhaenyra the heir to the throne, once Otto's daughter Alicent marries the king and gives birth to 3 sons, Otto changes tune and becomes one of the greatest opposers of Rhaenyra's claim. Olivia COOKE as Alicent Hightower. Alicent is the daughter of the powerful Sir Otto Hightower, and she became the second wife of King Viserys after his first wife, Aemma, died. Alicent had 5 children with Viserys, including 3 boys. As Westeros was a male preference primogeniture, Alicent's sons had better claims to the throne. Viserys' decision of not to change their heir caused a serious conflict between Alicent and her stepdaughter. Alicent and Rhaenyra's rivalry is one of the focal points of the show. GLYNN-CARNEY as Aegon Targaryen. Aegon Targaryen is the eldest son of King Viserys Targaryen and Alicent. Even though he is the son Viserys wished for, he is still behind Rhaenyra in the line of succession to the throne. At this point, little is known about Aegon's role in the first season of the House of Dragon, and the character has yet to appear in any promotional material. He is arrogant and cruel in the books, frequently displaying his bad temper. It is also shown in the books that he leads an army against her older stepsister. While House of Dragon may have some time to set up Aegon's story, it's definitely on the way, and it'll put him right in the middle of it all. Steve TOUSSAINT as Lord CORLYS VELARYON. CORLYS is the head of the House of Velaryon. Velaryon is the second most important house after House Targaryen in the House of Dragon. Just like the House Targaryen, House Velaryon hails from the fallen kingdom of Valyria. They are known as sworn allies as well. CORLYS is a well-known naval commander and an explorer known as the Sea Snake. CORLYS is said to be extremely adventurous, and he ventured far beyond the lands and waters of Westeros, which brought him great wealth. CORLYS' journey made him legendary in Westeros. In the House of Dragon, CORLYS commands the world's largest navy, making him one of Westeros' most powerful figures. Eve Best as Rhaenys Velaryon. Rhaenys is a Targaryen who is married to CORLYS Velaryon. When Rhaenys' father died, her uncle, named Baelor, was named as the heir to the throne by the king. The king, or Rhaenyra's grandfather, believed that a male heir would be more suitable than Rhaenys. However, Baelor, who also died before his father, fearing civil war, Jaehaerys thus delegated the decision to the lords of Westeros. They ultimately chose Viserys, the male line heir, to inherit the Iron Throne. Rhaenys then earned the nickname the Queen Who Never Was after being passed over for the throne twice. Rhaenys could be a powerful and valuable ally for her cousin's cause because she knows what it's like to be overlooked in favor of a male heir. Jefferson Hall as Jason and TYLAND Lannister. The Lannisters were not prominent and powerful like the fans saw in Game of Thrones. However, the twin brothers are among the key political players in the House of Dragon. When it comes to scheming, they live up to their Lannister name. In the books, it is believed that TYLAND Lannister is one of the key puppeteers responsible for sowing the seeds of the Targaryen Civil War. He believes Viserys' son Aegon is the rightful heir and supports him against Rhaenyra. Rickard Stark. The Starks were the fan favorites of the Game of Thrones, and the name that will surely grab the attention of the fans of the Game of Thrones is Rickard Stark. Rickard is called Rickon in the books. His name might have been changed to avoid confusion and to separate him from Eddard Stark's youngest son, whose name was Rickon. It is known that Rickard Stark has sworn fealty to Rhaenyra, hinting at the House Stark as a potential key supporter of Princess Rhaenyra in the looming civil war. There are many other characters in the series who have significant roles. Two characters in particular that you should look out for are the spy Mysaria and the Dornish knight Sir Criston Cole. Mysaria is Daemon Targaryen's mistress of whisperers. She feeds him information from all over King's Landing as he gots plots and schemes. Criston is one of the best knights of Westeros. He eventually rises to the position of Lord Commander of Viserys' Kingsguard. Criston is also among those who persuaded Aegon to fight for the throne. So guys, that was it from this video. Please like the video if it helped you understand the characters. By the way, which character do you guys find most interesting? Do tell us in the comment section down below. Share the video with your family and friends, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon if you don't want to miss any videos from us. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.